Hi, my name is Codi Battaglia, and I read the book Winners Never Quit by Mia Hamm, illustrated by Carol Thompson. I chose this book because I really like the moral of the story, and I think the illustrations really catch your eye, and how can I love it when it involves one of my favorite soccer players, Mia Hamm. The story is about a young girl named Mia who loves playing soccer and scoring goals, but when her sister starts to save them and Mia loses, she instantly wants to quit. I really like this book because it teaches Mia never to give up, even if she fails. Eventually she learns that winning isn't everything, and even if she doesn't score, it's not worth quitting because she loves the game of soccer so much. One literary element that stands out to me in this book is the plot. The plot focuses on the structure of the book and how the story unfolds. I really enjoy the plot of the story because it shows the progression of Mia's character. A few quotes that I would like to point out are on page 5, Mia says, "I quit." And on page 7, her sister calls her a quitter. On page 9, her friend says to her, "Sorry, Mia," he said, "but quitters can't play on my team." On page 14, it states that Mia still hated losing, but she didn't hate losing as much as she loved soccer. And on the very last page it says, "Because winners never quit." I think that kind of shows how the plot tells the truth of the story and the structure of the way the author put it together. It really shows it step by step so that the reader can understand it. Another literary element I saw in the book is the characters. Mia is the main character and the one who is taught the lesson, but her sister Loveday is the one who I believe really teaches Mia the lesson. I think they both play very strong feminist roles, especially in society. They're showing that women can play sports just like men. This can be related to what Maria Totter says in the classic fairy tale intro, that these stories suggest a society in which women are as competent and active as men at every age and in every class. I think this book shows that women can participate in sports just like men do. There are also many visual elements that stood out to me throughout the book. One visual element was the space. The way the pictures were spaced out I thought was very interesting and helped the reader understand the story. Some of the images are laid out where it's just Mia, and it's actually 3 images on one page, so it kind of shows the progression of the way you should read the story and the way you should visualize it. And over here, if you can see, there's a border around the picture, and there's more detail to this, and I think this kind of shows a more important part of the story so that you can get more description and more visual images in it. And there's also some illustrations that take up the whole entire page. I think this allows the audience to take a step back and look at the broader picture and kind of see all the little details and really visualize what the author is trying to explain. The big reason why I chose space was because on the very last page, Mia is on the page right by herself. There's nothing around her, and I think this really shows that the book was really intended to teach Mia the lesson, and it was solely for her, and without all the descriptions and all the other images behind it. I think this really just gets the point across that it was for her. One of Perry Nadelman's assumptions that I found to be both reinforced and challenged in this book is, although all children are childlike, boys are different from girls. Children are inherently gendered, boys are boyish, and girls are girlish from birth. A child's gender determines his or her activities, interests, and tastes. This can be true because in our society people tend to believe that boys participate in more boyish activities than girls. Boys in this book are shown to be playing against Mia, and I think that this could be true in this book because it's trying to explain that girls can't play sports because it's mostly all boys playing against her, so they're trying to overpower her and show her that she can't keep up with them. Where I think this book challenges his assumption is that girls play sports every day, and there's no real facts that boys are better than girls, which I really think is a stereotype that society makes, where girls can't play sports because they're not strong enough or because they're too slow. I think this book can really show that girls can play sports because Mia scores goals against them and wins, so it shows that girls can play sports just like boys. I really enjoyed this book, and I think that if you have younger siblings or you're a teacher, you should really share this with them. Thank you very much.